You've probably heard of upselling, but in luxury sales, it's more than just offering additional products or services. It's about timing, psychology, and reading your client's signals. The key to success is introducing an upsell in a way that feels natural and adds real value to the client's experience. I'm Paul Russell, consumer behavior psychologist and co-founder of Luxury Academy. And in this video, I'll show you how to master the art of upselling by recognizing psychological cues and behaviors. Let's start with body language. When a client leans in, maintains eye contact, or smiles, they're showing signs of engagement. Psychologically, this means their emotional defenses are down and they're more open to suggestions. In this state, they're more likely to be receptive to an upsell because they're in a positive emotional space. When you see this, it's the ideal moment to introduce an additional option. So you could say something like, "It seems like you're connecting really well with this piece. We also have a similar item with a few added features that you might appreciate." It feels like a natural progression, building on their existing interest. On the other hand, if a client crosses their arms, avoids eye contact, or seems fidgety, they might be feeling uncertain or resistant, or they may need to go to the loo. A client who desperately wants to spend a penny definitely won't be in the mood to spend thousands of pounds. These psychological cues tell you their guard is up, and now is not the time to push an upsell. Instead, slow down and address their concerns. So you might say, "Is there something specific you're considering, or something you'd like to explore further?" This shifts the focus back to them, making them feel much more in control and less pressurized. Verbal cues are just as important. When a client says something like, "I've been thinking about," or "I've always wanted something like this," they're already imagining themselves with something better. This is a prime opportunity to introduce an upsell. You could respond with, "Well, since you've been thinking about something with more detail, this option might be exactly what you're looking for." This approach aligns with their thoughts, making the suggestion feel like a natural step rather than a sales pitch. Now let's talk about how clients interact with a product. If they linger over an item, ask detailed questions, or return to it multiple times, they're showing deep interest. At this point, you can gently introduce a higher value option. For example, "It seems like this has really caught your eye. We also have a version with additional benefits that might align more with what you're looking for." This technique uses the endowment effect. When people start imagining themselves owning an item, they place more value on it. Finally, consider the client's pace. Clients who take their time are often more open to exploring additional options. But if they seem rushed or overwhelmed, they might be experiencing decision fatigue. In this case, it's much better to keep things smooth and focused. You could say, "I know you're set on this one today, but if you're ever interested in exploring more, I'd be happy to help whenever you're ready." This respects their time and keeps the door open for future conversations. Upselling in luxury sales isn't about pushing more products. It's about enhancing the client experience, recognizing when your client is open to suggestions and offering more in a way that feels valuable and personalized. By tuning into their body language, verbal cues, and behavior, you can elevate their experience without making it feel like a sales pitch.